Hey guys, Jared from Wave to Wave here, and we're in the shop, so hopefully we get some good shots here of the boat and less of my face, which has been the main feedback so far, is they want less of me, which is good. So yeah, here we'll take a look around the boat right now, and basically what's happened now is we have the stringers in, transom in, and you'll see it's all been glassed in. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me. The microphone is not in the best spot right now, but it's yeah, here's a look at the fiberglass. You can see how a paste was laid down. And if you bring the stringer down, the stringers using a router were beveled like this. So when you get the 90 degree or even less than 90 degrees there, you don't want to have a airspace or a 90 degree straight corner. You want to have it smoothed out. So when it's laid in, it bonds way better. It's a way stronger structure. And you can see the 2408 is a really thick fiberglass. It's called 2408, or 1708 is a little bit lighter, but it's a 17-ounce material at one side and has a fiberglass mat on the other side. That's what those two different numbers mean. So even though we're not quite there yet in the project, we're going to look at getting the measurements for the tank. It'll be a custom tank. It can be a little bit smaller than the stock tank. So the stock tank barely fit under the floor. They're just touching the floor. It was so tight in there. So we're going to try to figure a way to do two different things. We're going to move it up a little bit, be a little bit smaller, and we're going to put the fill at the front, because the problem with these small boats, it happens with a lot of these boats, is if you have the fill and vent at the back and the boat's sitting like this, it makes it hard to fill if it's in the water. If it's on the trailer, it's fine. But filling it in the water is difficult that way, because your tank's on an angle and you're filling it with the air pocket there. So filling it here makes it easier. So we're going to change that. That's one other change we're going to do. And then other than that, we're going to eventually move on to doing the floor and then measuring the interior, and do a regular bench seat at the back instead of that bolster seat that came with it originally, which I kind of liked, but it's heavier and not as practical, so we'll go with something more practical. And just the standard pocket seats, and then yeah, that's about it. And then we're gonna do a little bit of adjusting to get the deck on nice and clean, and that's it. That's where we're at right now. Because we actually missed the actual installation, you'll see in the picture I'll put up, you can see the brackets that held it in place. So when it's all resined in using Mark's proprietary resin and glassed, the Coosa is actually pressed up against there and then bonded. You can see the marks here where there was those tabs that were put in here before, with no outer stringers here. They glassed in those wooden tabs here, and it gives a little rigidity, a little strength, but those will be redone actually. Something a little different. But in general, this will be probably stronger than the original. Almost definitely the transom will be stronger than the original. Although ironically, the original transom held up pretty well, if not really well. It was only a little tiny bit wet at the bottom, but at the end of the day, it was over 30 years old, and not a crack or anything, so that was pretty good. And same thing in here in the transom. You can kind of see the glass layer there. And again, you don't want to have just like a square. You want to have it beveled. So it's kind of no air pockets, no 90-degree cracking points. It's a nice, smooth, beveled, rounded shape. Let's see here. This will all be cleaned up later. You can tell it looks a little rough right now, but you can see on this side. And we're going to take we'll take pieces of the Coosa. We'll cut them down, and again, tab them in here where the wood used to be, This will be smoothed out, and these will be tabbed in this way. Gives it much more rigidity. We're gonna drive this boat pretty hard. Probably the boat will be used mostly around Long Island for a while, and then probably take it down to Florida, where it'll be used in pretty rough water. So we're gonna make sure it's built maybe a little overbuilt for that kind of stuff. So yeah. Let's see here. And again, the stringer's been beveled and all the way to the front. You can kind of see at the end there. If it was just a 90-degree angle, it wouldn't work. There'd be an air pocket. It wouldn't be smooth, so it has to be embedded perfectly flush so it bonds better, and you get no 90-degree cracks in here. Okay, guys. Yeah, so that was episode 5 of Project Activator. So share this episode if you know someone who's interested in this kind of project, and don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments, any questions. Next episode is coming next week, and we'll have a few other things we're changing on the boat and a few updates on some of the stuff going into the boat, and looking forward to doing that. So I'll talk to you guys soon.